Most forgotten places disappear with time. These didn't. A hidden island where hundreds of decaying dolls hang from the trees. A city erased from public maps. A town poisoned by an invisible killer. And a cave where life survived without sunlight for millions of years. Some were abandoned. Some were sealed off. And some seem completely disconnected from the world we know. From Mexico to Romania, these are 7 forgotten places that prove reality can be stranger than fiction. Let's begin. Island of the Dolls, Mexico. Hidden within the ancient canals of Xochimilco near Mexico City, the Island of the Dolls has become one of the strangest locations in the country. Hundreds of dolls hang from trees, fences, and abandoned structures. Some are little more than heads. Others appear to be staring directly at visitors as they drift past by boat. The story began with a man named Don Julian Santana Barrera. According to local accounts, he believed the spirit of a young girl who drowned nearby still wandered the island. To calm the spirit, he began collecting discarded dolls and hanging them throughout the area. And the entire island transformed into a landscape unlike anything else in Mexico. Whether the legend is true remains unknown, but one detail continues to fuel the mystery. In 2001, Don Julian was found dead in the same canal system where the girl was said to have drowned decades earlier. Some see it as a coincidence. Others see something more. The real dangers, however, are far less supernatural. The island sits within a maze of narrow waterways where navigation becomes increasingly difficult after dark. Mosquitoes are abundant throughout the wetlands, especially during warmer seasons. Many of the dolls have also spent decades exposed to moisture, mold, insects, and weather damage. Yet none of those things explain why the island remains so unsettling. BHANGARH Fort, India. Known as India's most haunted city, BHANGARH is one of the few places in the world where mystery became part of official policy. At the foot of the Aravalli Hills stand the ruins of an entire city. Streets that once held thousands of people. Today, almost all of them are silent. No one knows exactly why. Local legends speak of curses and dark magic. Historians point to political instability, economic decline, and worsening water shortages. Yet after centuries of investigation, no single explanation fully accounts for the city's abandonment. And that uncertainty never disappeared. In fact, it became part of BHANGARH's identity. What makes the site even stranger is that visitors are not allowed to remain inside after sunset. As darkness approaches, guards begin clearing the ruins. By nightfall, the gates are closed. Officially, the restriction exists for safety reasons, and there are plenty of them. BHANGARH sits near the buffer zone of the Sariska Tiger Reserve. After dark, leopards, wild boars, and other wildlife have been known to move through the surrounding landscape. Inside the ruins, centuries-old walls continue to deteriorate. Collapsed structures, unstable stonework, uneven pathways. No lighting, no nearby help. And in some areas, little or no mobile signal. Perhaps that's why BHANGARH feels so unsettling. Not because of the ghost stories, but because it combines two things people rarely encounter in the same place. A mystery nobody can fully explain, and a landscape that becomes genuinely dangerous once the sun goes down. HOIA BACIU Forest, Romania. Few forests have earned a reputation quite like this one. For decades, HOIA BACIU has been known as the Bermuda Triangle of Romania. To some, it is simply a forest. To others, it is one of the most mysterious places in Europe. Its international reputation began in 1968, when military technician Emil Barnea photographed a strange object above a clearing deep within the woods. The image remains one of Romania's most famous UFO photographs and helped transform HOIA BACIU into a destination for paranormal investigators, journalists, and curious travelers. But whatever people believe about the forest's mysteries, the real challenges begin the moment they step inside. Dense vegetation and intersecting trails can make navigation surprisingly difficult. When fog moves through the forest, familiar landmarks can quickly disappear, increasing the risk of becoming disoriented. Some visitors have reported headaches, dizziness, anxiety, or other unusual sensations while exploring the area. Whether those experiences are caused by environmental factors, psychological effects, or something else, remains a matter of debate. What is not debated is the need for caution. Mobile phone coverage can be unreliable in parts of the forest, and the surrounding region is home to wildlife, including European brown bears. Perhaps that's why HOIA BACIU continues to attract attention. Not because anyone has proven its mysteries, but because spending time inside the forest makes it easy to understand why those mysteries began in the first place. Would you dare spend a night alone inside Romania's Bermuda Triangle? Let us know in the comments below. Because the next forgotten place isn't famous for unexplained sightings. It's famous for a history that nobody can ignore. Poveglia Island, Italy. Just a few kilometers from the crowded canals of Venice lies a place most people will never be allowed to enter. Poveglia is often called the world's most haunted island. Others know it as the Island of Death. The nickname didn't appear out of nowhere. For centuries, this small island served as a quarantine station during outbreaks of plague. Ships arriving in Venice were forced to stop here before continuing their journey. Those suspected of carrying disease were isolated on the island. Many never left. Historians estimate that more than 100,000 people may have died, been buried, or cremated here over the centuries. According to local legend, the soil itself contains the ashes of countless victims. In the early 20th century, another chapter was added to the island's reputation. A psychiatric hospital operated here until the late 1960s, giving rise to stories of disturbing medical experiments and unexplained events. Whether those stories are true remains heavily debated. The dangers facing visitors today are far less mysterious. Poveglia has been abandoned for decades. Buildings continue to deteriorate year after year. Vegetation conceals sharp debris, hidden openings, and crumbling foundations. Perhaps the biggest obstacle is that reaching the island itself is illegal without special authorization. Italian authorities restrict access, and unauthorized entry can result in significant penalties. That's what makes Poveglia so unusual. Most abandoned places can still be explored. This one is largely viewed from a distance. A forbidden island, a dark history, and a reputation that refuses to disappear. But the next forgotten place proves that history isn't always the greatest threat. WITTENOOM, Australia. Often called Australia's most toxic ghost town, WITTENOOM is one of the few places on Earth that became so dangerous its own government decided it should disappear. Hidden in the remote Pilbara region of Western Australia, WITTENOOM was once home to thousands of people. an entire town built around blue asbestos mining. Then the truth emerged. The dust covering the town contained microscopic asbestos fibers, invisible, silent, and potentially deadly. People could inhale them for years without noticing anything was wrong. Only decades later would many discover the damage. Lung disease, cancer, mesothelioma. By then, it was often too late. The contamination became so severe that authorities removed road signs, withdrew public services, bought back homes, and effectively erased the town from official maps. Yet the danger never left. Asbestos fibers can still be found throughout parts of the surrounding landscape today. That's what makes WITTENOOM so unsettling. This isn't a ghost town because people abandoned it. It's a ghost town because staying became too dangerous. And unlike most disasters, the threat couldn't be seen until decades later. OZYORSK, Russia. Imagine living in a city that officially didn't exist. For decades, that was the reality of City 40. The secret Soviet city now known as OZYORSK. Built after World War II, OZYORSK became one of the most important centers of the Soviet nuclear weapons program. It didn't appear on public maps. Foreign visitors were forbidden. Even many Soviet citizens had never heard of it. Behind the city's checkpoints stood the Mayak nuclear complex, a facility so secret that much of its history remained hidden from the world for years. That secrecy became even more significant in 1957, when an explosion at Mayak triggered the Kishtim disaster, one of the worst nuclear accidents in history. Radioactive contamination spread across thousands of square kilometers. Entire communities were affected. Yet information about the disaster remained tightly controlled for decades. The danger didn't end there. Nearby Lake Karachay became one of the most radioactive places ever created by human activity after years of nuclear waste disposal. The contamination was so severe that some journalists later described the surrounding region as the graveyard of the Earth. Today, OZYORSK still exists. Around 80,000 people still live there. Children attend school. Families go to work. Life continues behind guarded checkpoints and restricted access gates. From the outside, the city looks surprisingly ordinary. But beneath that peaceful appearance lies one of the most secretive and controversial nuclear histories ever created. A city that officially never existed, yet never disappeared. MOVILE Cave, Romania. Often described as the alien world beneath our feet, MOVILE Cave is one of the few places on Earth that feels completely disconnected from the world we know. Hidden beneath an ordinary field in Romania lies an ecosystem that has remained largely isolated from the surface for an estimated 5.5 million years. No sunlight reaches the cave, no forests, no plants, no familiar food chain. Yet life survives there. When scientists accidentally discovered the cave in 1986, they found something extraordinary. An entire ecosystem powered not by sunlight, but by toxic chemicals. Microorganisms feed on hydrogen sulfide and methane. Those organisms support dozens of species found nowhere else on Earth. Spiders, centipedes, water scorpions, and other creatures that evolved in complete darkness for millions of years. But discovering the ecosystem was only part of the story. Simply entering MOVILE Cave can be dangerous. The atmosphere inside is unlike the air humans are adapted to breathe. Oxygen levels can fall to as little as 7 to 10%, less than half the concentration found at the Earth's surface. At the same time, Carbon dioxide levels can be dozens of times higher than normal. Hydrogen sulfide gas accumulates throughout parts of the cave, a toxic gas capable of damaging the respiratory system and becoming life-threatening at high concentrations. The deeper researchers travel, the more hostile the environment becomes. The air grows heavier, breathing becomes increasingly difficult, visibility drops, and every movement takes place inside a warm, humid environment saturated with moisture. Some sections require navigating narrow passages coated in mud and mineral deposits. Others lead toward underground chambers and stagnant water where toxic gases can concentrate. For scientists, entering the cave is not a routine expedition. It requires specialized protective equipment, controlled access procedures, and carefully limited exposure times. Even then, visits are kept as short as possible. Access to MOVILE Cave is so restricted that only a very small number of researchers have entered since its discovery. The entrance itself remains sealed from the public. No tourism, no guided tours, no public access. Because protecting the ecosystem is just as important as protecting the people who study it. And perhaps that's what makes MOVILE Cave so remarkable. It is not simply a cave. It is a hidden world. A place where life evolved under conditions that would be dangerous for most forms of life on the surface. A world untouched by sunlight, almost untouched by humanity. And one of the closest things on Earth to another planet.
For millions of years, these places remained hidden. Some were abandoned, some were sealed off, and some were never meant to be found. Yet all of them remind us of the same thing. Our world is still full of mysteries.
Which location fascinated you the most? And which one would you never visit? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoy exploring the unknown, subscribe to Nan Beyond Earth for more journeys beyond the ordinary. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure on Nan Beyond Earth.